Hello and welcome back. Christmas is upon us. It's just around the corner. And I made this delicious Christmas pumpkin roll. I also made this one for Thanksgiving last year. I love these designs. If you want to learn how to make it, stay tuned. Now for the mixture for the design, I'm going to add in 2 tablespoons of melted butter, 1 egg white, 1/3 cup of flour, and 2 tablespoons of sugar to my bowl. And I'm going to mix this up. It's a little rough at first, but just keep mixing and mixing and mixing, and you will get it just right. So the mixture should look like this. And I'm going to be separating it into little bowls because, of course, I'm going to color to what I need. These are the colors that I'll be using. And once, if you feel that it's too thick, once you mix in the coloring, then just go ahead and add some water to thin it out. And just add small drops at a time until you get that consistency that you see right there. And once I was done with all that coloring, I'm just going to be adding all of my colors to the piping bags. Now for this, you want to use the small tips. You don't want to use ones that are too open from the bottom, because then it's just going to make a mess. You want them thin on the bottom. And I do like to use these. It's not a rubber band. It's just like a kind of like a rubber band that I bought to tie them on the top so that it doesn't leak out. Now here you can use whatever design. I'm using this Christmas one, which is so cute. And you're going to want to get your baking sheet and a parchment paper and just place those under the parchment paper. You can do whatever design that you like. Either way, it's going to come out cute. And so here I'm just going to press it down so I could see. And starting with the gingerbread man. It's easy, it just takes time. But in the end, it's going to look really cute. And this is basically how you do it. Nothing to it really. So here I'm just going to speed up this process, but I'm sure you get how to use it. Well, once I was done with that, I went on to do my pumpkin roll mixture. I added in 3 large eggs and I'm going to whisk this for a good 5 minutes. After 5 minutes, I'm going to add in 1 cup of sugar, 3 cups of flour, half teaspoon of cinnamon, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, and 1/3 cup of pumpkin puree. And I'm just going to mix this with this whisk right here. You can use your hand mixer also, but you do not want to overmix this mixture. And make sure to get that spatula in there so you can make sure that everything is mixed in. And what I have here is a 10 by 15 pan. And here is the final result of my beautiful drawing. What I did was spray the top of this with some baking spray. And I'm just going to be throwing in my mixture and I'm going to spread it out. Make sure that your oven is preheated to 350 degrees. And this is going to go in the oven for 12 to 15 minutes. I find that 12 minutes is good. And what I'm doing here is just adding some powdered sugar to this parchment paper. And that's just so that my cake doesn't stick. And I'm going to flip it out and taking that parchment paper off that we had baked it in. Now the cake is hot, so just do it gently and it should come right off. And I'm going to flip it to the other side because remember, you want that design to show on the outside, not the inside. I'm going to be using this kitchen towel because for me it's easy, but you can use a paper towel. I've tried the paper towel and it did not work for me, but you can use whatever. I'm going to take this parchment paper off and I'm going to be adding some powdered sugar. The powdered sugar is so that the cake doesn't stick when you're rolling it. And I'm going to roll this out, going to try to roll it out like tight. And once I've done that, this is going to go into the fridge for at least 2 hours. And now that that is chilling, we're going to start doing our cream cheese mixture. I'm adding 2 bars of cream cheese at room temperature, 1/4 cup of butter at room temperature, 1 teaspoon of vanilla, and 1 cup of powdered sugar. And I'm going to give this a good mix with my hand mixer. And that is pretty much done right there. And now we are going to go check on our pumpkin roll. It has been about 2 hours. Gently rolling this out. You should have no problem with it sticking if you added that powdered sugar to it. Now, I am going to start adding this cream cheese. I ended up not using all of it. It really just depends how much cream cheese you want on it. I don't like a whole bunch on it, so I used half of it, and I used the other half for another pumpkin roll I made. But you can add however much you want. You can add it all. That's all up to you. And now it's time to roll it up again. And I'm trying to roll it up tightly also. And here is where you can see the design. And there you go, a nice and beautiful pumpkin roll. I just love all these designs, so beautiful. And what I do, I don't cut it right away. I do wrap it in some plastic wrap, and I put it back in the fridge, and I do let the cream cheese, because to me the cream cheese, it has to set before I cut this pumpkin roll. If you want to cut it, then cut it, but I don't. I put it in the fridge for at least 1 hour. And then just slice it up and enjoy. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye.